Welcome back to our boot camp series on establishing a one-stop IT shop. I'm John Worthington, your station chief for this boot camp, and this is station 3, where we'll quickly review some of the basics of governing your one-stop IT shop. We'll take a look and answer the question of why governance. We'll take a quick look at IT portal governance, and then we'll talk briefly about governing the one-stop IT shop. Your portal is a vital element of your one-stop IT shop. And because of the diversity of applications and stakeholders, it may not be funded by a single department. In fact, it's possible that you could start with strong sponsorship in a single area, but then find it difficult to broaden the scope when no one else wants to take any responsibility on. The cross-functional nature of a one-stop IT shop will demand relevant and accurate content to be delivered so that to that wide range of users that we talked about. So the IT portal must evolve. Governance is needed to ensure that the IT portal's evolution is driven by business needs and delivers real value to stakeholders. The basics of governance as outlined by the IT Governance Institute include strategic alignment, value delivery, managing resources and risks, and performance measures. These elements apply to all IT governance, and governing your one-stop IT shop is really no exception. Of course, you'll need to establish guidelines for the creation and management of content as part of your governance process. But there's much more to establishing effective governance over your one-stop IT shop. Remember, front and back office processes and roles will need to be established, and the IT portal will evolve. The mix and diversity of stakeholders, processes involved, technologies, and even suppliers can grow and change significantly over time. Anticipating how your governance requirements will evolve will be important to maintain sponsorship, alignment, and momentum. For example, early on, there might be a limited number of processes established. So roles such as the service owner or processes such as service catalog management or request fulfillment may not have clear boundaries. So you might have a fairly centralized approach to governing your one-stop IT shop and your IT portal initially, but as you increase process maturity, you'll be able to leverage a more decentralized approach to governance since there'll be established roles and processes that you can rely on. The point is, your planning needs to account for who and when you can engage people in a more decentralized approach to governance. Here's a few tips to consider for governing your one-stop IT shop. First, as we've discussed, make sure your planning anticipates changes in the way you govern the IT portal, and be sure to map governance to your current situation. Too much centralization as you mature can stifle progress, and too much decentralization before roles are established can create confusion and bottlenecks. You should communicate how access to the portal and content will be managed right up front, and communicate changes to this as things evolve as well. Keep your original and changing business drivers in mind. Don't let a single department or stakeholder group dominate the IT portal. In fact, it might make sense to deploy the IT portal to a broad base of stakeholders and make rapid iterations based on user feedback rather than having a long development effort. And this is going to require close attention to how you govern your one-stop IT shop as it evolves. In the next station, we'll take a look at coordinating the front office and back office elements of your one-stop IT shop. Until then, thanks for listening.